matches. We got a lot of decks to play today. I think we got like 20 or 30 things in the deck queue, and I've got some others. We got 22 things in the deck queue, it looks like. And I've got some others waiting to respond still. My goal is to do 10 or so hours today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. Kind of churn through, kind of see if standard's something that we are excited about again. Our number of interesting cards in number of interesting cards in the new set. This deck that we're playing is kind of like green-black Command the Dreadhorde, but we've added Dread Presence here. This is another way to generate bits of life with Command the Dreadhorde. It's also a way Dread Presence, while casting a copy of Scapeshift, is often going to be potentially lethal. We've got 11 swamps here, so if we've dealt any amount of damage, we can Scapeshift up a bunch of swamps and deal 2 damage. 2 damage per swamp. Is Deckmaster down? I don't know. Deckmaster wouldn't be up during this portion of the stream anyway, so I probably delete that command. Someone had mentioned, I'm sure this will be the question people want to ask, like why we're not playing Field of the Dead. To play Field of the Dead, you need to play a bunch of different lands, and the person who submitted this didn't have that in it, and I feel like if you're playing Dread Presence, you probably can't afford to play that many uniquely differently named lands. Like, we could add a bunch of shocks, but that becomes painful. At any rate, we're going to go ahead and dive into some games with this and see how it goes. This is my first time playing with M20 cards. I am not graced by Wizards to play in their pre-release events, and yesterday, Tuesday, their login servers were down for everybody who wasn't on the West Coast. That includes myself. What's going on, KMB? We're going to get a lot of mileage out of the Temple of Tilt emote. Does Dread Presence work with Urborg? It does, actually. That seems fine. Get to cast my spells. Alright. Temple of Malady. Dread Presence probably pretty good against turn 1 basic mountain. One of the things we're going to want to think about when sequencing with this deck is holding extra swamps in our hand is going to be valuable, because that allows us to trigger Dread Presence more later. So I'm actually going to drop this Woodland Cemetery into play and then play this Field of Ruin. Ideally hold these swamps for post Dread Presence. So I'm going to block here just because it buys me a lot of time. Okay, they're just oh, they could have a Chain Whirler. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I was thinking my block could potentially be getting them to pop that to eat my thing, which I would have been happy with. Chain Whirler's a little bit worse for me. You have Wildgrowth Walkers and Planeswalkers with a 3-drop. Proliferate Landfall Guide be worth it. Maybe. So like, what do I cut? If we want to add a card, what do we gotta cut something. Magic's a 1-to-1 process. We have the revealed card zones over here on the left now, which is sweet. It means that what's the word that I'm searching for? It means that you don't have to click OK for Nexus of Fate anymore, so you just walk away from your computer like we've always wanted. Morning, Peel. Or Nissa. So the shock on Nissa there means that I need to chump to keep her alive, which is probably worth it because she pumps out more 3/3s. Or that's no longer an option.
The land will not forsake you.
Oh. I think I just need to gain 2 here. If I send this upstairs, we might actually be able to race them feasibly. Next turn I can play a swamp and activate Field of Ruin. And, we can play a swamp, activate Field of Ruin, get a second swamp, and then use Dread Presence to kill one of these 4/4s. Yeah, Scapeshift off the top would be lethal. That is definitely true. Yeah, the fact that this card can help us control the board is big game. That is not the Scapeshift I wanted for Christmas, chat. So I think I start by... Should I draw for Scapeshift? That's a good question. Now I think I'm supposed to attack with this first. I'm gonna start by attacking with this, because if they block here, I can kill this, and then not be dead. So that's a first step. Alright, now step 2 is I can actually kill the Scrag and Hellkite and gain 4, and then I'm still not dead, right? Right? So I can play, actually I want to do this. And then I just go swamp, kill your thing, and then if they don't have a basic forest in their deck, this also prevents them from popping the Growth Chamber Guardian. They do have a basic forest, yep. I'm not dead yet. This gives us a redraw towards a God, that turn makes me want a second Field of Ruin in this deck. I'm not convinced that this card is worth playing. This is a card that's been pretty mediocre in the past. That's probably lethal. No, I guess not. They could fight, and then I still have 2 blocks.
We are the many.
I think that effectively cuts our outs off, though. All right, that's a pretty aggressive attack. Well, the fact that they're trading off here means that if I hit a Vraska's Contempt, we could be okay. And we're dead. Oh, we don't have any Contempts in our main deck. Yikes. Yeah, I feel like this deck is trying to play Plague Crafter. Alright. Getting random cards shouted at me reminded me why sub-only chat's great, so let's fix that. Let's put that right back where it should be. Rather than yell at people about putting incoherent card suggestions in chat, let's just flip it. Let's just flip the switch. Boombox Banana, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate you keeping me employed here. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, Pulse seems okay. Pulse picks creatures back up too. I want Disfigure over these Arboreal Grazers. It's funny. I saw Amazonian tweet last night about timing people out because they were just like making card suggestions without any support or reasonable or logic behind, just like shouting cards in chat, and her chat was busy, and I was just like, oh, my sweet summer child. If your chat stays busy, welcome to your new norm. This is just how Twitch works. The choice for Disfigure is that because it's cheaper than Moment of Craving or Life Gain is super. I mean, it's a combination of the 2 dumping truck. So in a lot of times, oh right, I get to do this. This is so good. This hand is still bad, but I forgot that we were London mulliganing. Forgot that was the thing we get to do. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the Cavalier The Cavalier Plaguecrafter package is something that I wouldn't be surprised if we end up cutting it here. Seems a little underwhelming on the surface. That's true. And then, honestly, the worst part about this update is between M20 introducing the London Mulligan and Scrylands coming back, I can't complain about losing to variants anymore. I mean, I could, because I'm a Magic player, but, like, really, most of these things are going to be my fault. I mean, if they don't kill this, we get to do the thing next turn, right? Oh no! And this is the tough part about having this in a deck without the land, is that, like, okay, I've got the Scapeshift now, but the Scapeshift just, like, doesn't have text. Got back from month in Spain, and time for a new set. London Mulligan, Scrylands, let's go. I agree. It's super exciting. This card seems pretty sweet, though. That's true. There will still be some variants by design, but it's gonna be a little bit fewer and further between, which is nice. Decisions are great. Vraska's Contempt. Yeah, the Cavalier was pretty good. Like, if this Scapeshift was a spell that had a text box, we'd be in a pretty good spot. This card lifelinks too. Yeah, this card seems reasonable. I feel like playing Plaguecrafter to enable this card though is kind of silly. Should we be... Oh, yeah, I should have played the forest instead of the swamp, right? At the same time, though, I definitely want to make my land drops, because if I find the 4-drop, I want to be able to play it and Scapeshift in the same turn, if that makes sense. Cavalier and Aristocrat. I could see that being okay. What's the goal for the next year here? You know, it's kind of funny you say that, because I kid you not, this morning I was getting Declan ready for school, and he looked at me and said, "Daddy, I want you to have pink hair again." And I was just like, "Oh, you're adorable, child." We could Scapeshift for 2 temples and a Field of Ruin. Yeah, we could play Field of Dead. It could be that not playing the fields is wrong. The problem is that, like, it would make the mana more painful. So, like, it's not completely free.
Cease this aggression.
This is gonna let these 2 trade. Oh, we're gonna eat that, sure. They do need to worry about dying on the backswing here. I think this card's, like, really good. Like, this game feels like a great example of this card just being excellent. So do I want to kill this, or do I want to put them on a 1-shot? I think I just want to kill the Domri here. I don't want them to have a fight left over. Honestly, so, like, looking at this deck list, like, we often talk about, like, did you end up being a worse version of something else? There's a green-black rock deck that's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 4th deck today. I kind of feel like the way this deck is set up, like, it's just kind of being a bad version of green-black rock. Like, I'm not sure that you really need Scapeshift to enable this card. Like, just play good green-black Dreadhorde deck. If I attack with this, they double here. Yeah, I guess we don't really have a whole lot going on, huh? And again, just, like, thinking about if this Scapeshift had just been a spell with a text box, like, what kind of position would we be in? Nissa does put them in a little bit of an awkward spot because this does play defense nicely, and she adds 3 power to the board every single turn. Cavalier can get back a Jadelight Ranger. It's 3 or less, right? Yeah.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
I mean, if we draw a Dread Presence, the Scapeshift is lethal, so yeah, it's just a good body. It's just a good body. Yep. So still drawn to 3 copies of Dread Presence. See if they block with everything here or not. I think I'm killing the Spellbreaker here. I think I'm gonna trophy the sun and then kill the Spellbreaker. Yeah, I think that's the line. I don't think that's strictly true. I think if you want to make the dead card work, obviously you need 3 different colors of lands, but I don't think you necessarily need like 3 different, I don't think you necessarily need like 3 different colors of spells.
The elements.
Then you'd be like a 2-color deck with just like some off-color lands in it to enable the Lake of the Dead or whatever it's called. Yeah, Cavalier seems like a really solid card. Dread Presence. That doesn't do anything, right? Wait, is that lethal? No, I have to sacrifice another creature, right? Yeah, it can't sacrifice itself, which is unfortunate. So I could use this, kill this, but I have to sacrifice this, and then I'm attacking for... They block 3 and only take 3. Blessing Nissa doesn't accomplish anything. No. Awkward. Oh, we should re-roll this for a 700 gold quest. Swing and a miss. Yeah, Plaguecrafter seems real bad. I'm also not convinced that Vraska is particularly good. Like, this deck wants to hit all of its lands, and like we don't really have a ton of crap things to sacrifice. I think it's not playing Contempt's probably a miss. I guess Command the Dreadhorde gets back this other dork too. I just want some Contempts in here. Plaguecrafter is not a card I've been happy with whenever I've registered it in recent memory. Oh, and another field. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. If 17, can I cut to 16 green? Cutting to 16 green's probably greedy. I think this is why I didn't add another field earlier, because like, I guess field is pseudo fixing. Because I think I want 11 swamps for the purpose of scape shifting. Jadelight Ranger wants 18 green. So, like, the thing that you're not taking into account with your calculation on Jadelight being 18 green is occasionally seeing Merfolk Branchwalker. I think Frank's numbers also need to be readjusted with the fact that the London Mulligan now exists, because I believe his original spreadsheets take into account mulliganing, and with London Mulligans you see more cards when you mulligan. So Scapeshift can find a bunch of swamps while you have a Dread Presence in play to kill your opponent. I think I put 2 cards in the sideboard. Did I not? I must not have. That's fine. Our 13 card sideboard will be great. I agree that it feels a little bit forced, Rook. This card seems kind of sweet all on its own, but I agree that Scapeshift feels kind of forced. Like that last game that we played, felt like a really clean example of like why Scapeshift was awkward, right? Like you draw it and it does nothing if your opponent had a removal spell. Like it's kind of awkward. Land. Pretty sure I just lead on this. Like, the Branchwalker could mean I hit a land drop this turn, but getting Wildgrowth Walker going is valuable. Oh, you know, we could put a couple of copies of it on our sideboard. The new Veil, is it Veil of Autumn? The green card that lets you draw a card is, like, really powerful. Veil of Summer, yep. That's the one. Hey, good morning, Sando Hawk. Thank you for the very generous tier 2 resub. Sure, take a peek at the deck queue. Let me know if there's anything in there you'd like to see a little bit sooner. Worth noting here, Vraska's Contempt looking significantly better than a Plaguecrafter would otherwise look. I'm just gonna do this turn to get this out of range of Lava Coil. Vraska looking exceptionally bad here again. At least we get to explore past her. That's a good question. I don't know that we've seen a... Hey, Trax, thanks for the host. Hope you had a good stream this morning. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna attack with just this one. They sold 3 cards, so there's a good chance this bird popped back up. Dread Presence looking like a real awkward 3/3 for 4. Yep. Risen Reef. Learning new card names. Stupid bot. Oh, that one. Coiling elemental. Got it. Nah, I'd rather they don't block Bant for life, because they're pretty likely to get their birds back next turn. I'm just gonna play this and pass. If I draw a swamp next turn, I get to play a second one and then, like, boink off some birds here. Yeah, the new Omnath seems real sweet. I was watching Shahar stream some Teamer last night. It is a real shame we can't trophy ourselves. You're not wrong. Yeah, I agree. This card seems like reasonable just on its own. The fact that it can the fact that it hits anything with its targets is phenomenal. Wow, we're just spending a finale to kill my Wildgrowth Walker. Good exchange. Red Rover, let Phoenix come over. Dunk, dunk. Do 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 do. Beep beep do do. I think I actually want to draw 2 here. I think if I draw 2, I'm pretty likely to find another swamp or a Scapeshift. I could hit them for 4. Yeah, playing a bunch of bad tapped lands does not sound like a good time, Roth. I mean, if I kill both Phoenixes, especially them having Radical Idea as their last card in hand, that doesn't seem like a very good choice. One Schwamp, please. You're not a swamp. Great. There he says. Dang it, Bobby. Dang it. Don't dive down me, bro. This is why, right? See, Basic Forest, this is why you don't have any friends. You're just not a Schwamp. The good news is I can Cavalier of Night, pitch the Branchwalker with the Crackling Drake next turn, so that's, like, decent for us if we break on another swamp. If we hit on a swamp, I think we'll go play Dread Presence, shoot this, draw card. Opponent deep in the tank. Maybe the new Symmetrical Tutor is good in this deck. Why would it be good in this deck? Can you explain? It finds a swamp. Yeah, I know a number of people who were waiting for the historic announcement to make their decision on whether or not they were going to get into Magic Arena, and the historic announcement that Wizards of the Coast made meant that they're just not going to. And some of them will just keep playing Modern on Magic Online, but others of them will just stop playing digital Magic, which is sad. Basically, WotC's made a number of FUBAR decisions recently that are going to push people into the loving embrace of things like Underlords and Teamfight Tactics. Those are games that very directly appeal to people that like card games. And thanks for the 14 months, Forgotten Glory. Welcome back. I appreciate you keeping me around. God, Cavalier of Night having lifelink is so good. And like, if they trade with it, I get to bring back Jadelight Ranger, or is it just Branchwalker? Whatever. Hey, look, we drew a swamp. It's exciting. Are they dead? I think they're dead. We kill the birds and then attack them with stuff. Yep, yeah, I agree, Just FB. I don't think you're alone in a decision like that. This is a free attack because they have to block one of these two. And this game I feel like has been a good example of why Scapeshift is probably unnecessary in this deck. Because like Dread Presence has just been good as like this value 4-drop. And I'm not sure if like having Scapeshifts that we draw when they're not good is like super worthwhile. Yeah, maybe under, but like in my opinion, it's an issue that we're just left guessing in terms of things like this. Don't treat us like idiots. They could just say that. They could just say we're gonna roll out historic fully and what we're originally having is gonna be a shell of it. Like again, like maybe they're planning other things, but again, like communication is just one of their biggest issues, right? These are my first matches with M20 cards, Bug Helper. The server was down for a majority of people yesterday, including myself, so my scheduled long Magic stream didn't happen. Yeah, seems fine. Everybody get this deck. This deck, and many of the decks that we're going to be playing today, are viewer-submitted deck lists. If you're looking for ideas on new decks that you're looking for sweet things to try, you can find the deck queue on my website. And then, of course, once we've played them, they'll be populated on my YouTube channel. How has the Underlord's content been doing? To set a bar that's low, the Underlords has been my most successful non-magic content. Time check? I don't know what you mean by time check. I've not played green-white infected modern. As always, answer to has Jeff played X can always be found by the deck pages on my site. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll take a creature that attacks and like filters me to some lands maybe. Oh, game clock. They've used 8.5 minutes, and I've used 2.5 minutes. So my opponent has literally spent 3 times as much time playing Magic Arena as we have. But that's about par for the course in my experience. I don't think I want a second one of those. I don't quite have enough swamps in my hand, he says as he draws another swamp. Put Teferi in Underlords. Any idea when M20 would be in Deckmaster? Well, if Wizards of the Coast understood what made their games accessible, M20 would be in Deckmaster as of Monday. But they don't seem to have any idea what they should be doing and spending money on, so who knows? Flesh Eaten Gnome, thank you for the 3/4 of your support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Ooh, which figure? I don't have any Explore Dorks left, right? So let's scry that one to the bottom. I'm like a pretty okay spot here. I've got Trophy for a Drake. I've got Dread Presence plus some Swamps to clear out any other 2 toughness things they play. I've got Nissa to stick some more pressure. Greater Steven, thank you for the 11 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, Scrylands are great. In my opinion, these are the perfect standard dual lands, and I hope we get the other 5 in the fall, and I would honestly be happy if they never rotated. Is Dread Presence a standard power level tireless tracker? Yeah, possibly. It only triggers on Swamps feels a little bit bad, but it does trigger on Shocklands too, which is a big deal. I'm gonna do this in response to them drawing. This does give them the chance to play a 2-mana spell, but I'd prefer they don't have an extra chance to draw like a Dive Down or something like that, or a Spell Pierce. Yeah, Deckmaster is a project that's completely independent from Wizards of the Coast. But for the record, it's a project that's also fully open source. So if like Wizards of the Coast wanted to contribute to it or help maintain it, if they understood that it really helps make Magic accessible on Twitch, they could. They have that option. They choose not to. It's obvious, it's independent of WotC, it's useful and it works. It's funny because it's sad. Should have tapped it, right? Yeah, probably. But it's gonna be okay, I promise. Give him the swamp! Give him the swamp! Does anybody else find it weird when they make a keyword like landfall, but then they print... I guess this technically isn't landfall, it's just a swamp, right?
Do not assume I am fragile.
Do not assume I am fragile. Swampfall? It is technically Swampfall, but like, Tireless Tracker is a good example, right? Like, Tireless Tracker doesn't have the keyword landfall on it, even though its ability is landfall. Just simply dreadful. Love tap, baby, love tap. Oh yeah, Evolution Sage is totally landfall. Yeah, that's my point though, Genesis Protech. They should, in this instance, I think they should make things like landfall evergreen if they're going to give the ability out effectively without naming it, just like make the ability evergreen. And like it's a very descriptive ability too, so making it evergreen feels like it makes a reasonable amount of sense. Yeah, I only have 13 this time, bro. That's why I pulled the deck editor back up. You know, honestly, this card's been pretty sweet so far, and Golgari Queen's kind of mediocre so far. Can I play another Cavalier of Night? Lifelink is like pretty good. Hey, Dinky Dorko, thanks for 17 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. May I leave these in the sideboard because they are fine against like 3-mana Teferi and Narset. Scapeshift was an M19. There just wasn't anything useful to do with it. So, and someone can clip this. Someone had asked me for my opinion on the mastery system, and I said I didn't have one because it didn't impact me. And then I realized, where was it? There was some card. This one. Things like this must be unlocked through the mastery system. My opinion on the mastery system is it's horse crap because I would prefer to just spend money and get my foils and not be required to jump through hoops like a trained dog, okay? So if you want to give people things like this through the mastery system, great, give it to them. But also give me the option to give you money, please. I would like the option to give you money. Hey, a couple of new subs coming through there. I said Dinky Dorko. We got Rigeld. Thanks for the half a year support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And Old Bayray. Thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Yeah, someone just mentioned Veil of... I think that card's pretty good. Is it Veil of Summer? Is that what we said? Yeah, Veil of Summer's pretty good. Let's do that. How does the mastery system work? Am I just supposed to give them money and then it happens automatically? Is that can someone give me a TLDR? Someone let me know how it works and how angry I'm supposed to be about how it works. Please explain. Tell me how it works and how angry I'm supposed to be about it. These are the two things I need to know. So do I want to do this? This is going to give me shiny stuff, right? It's going to give me shiny stuff. Oh, this gives me 10 levels? Wow, and look, it's got a 20% off, chat. I mean, I can't not get the value, right? I need to translate this. I need to translate this to dollars. How many dollars is 5,400 gems?
I need some kindling, and you look flammable enough.
Wait, why? Why did it give me gems as a reward? Why wouldn't you just... Why? Ooh, I opened a mythic I didn't have. Ooh, I opened another mythic I didn't have. We're so lucky, chat. Running hot this morning. There's the 20 gems I know and love. There's the 20 gems I know and love. Go look at the mastery tab and I'll understand. Oh, is it another one? Oh, this is actually a good one. There's no way we don't play deck with 4 of this card. This card's really sweet. Running 3, hit 3 mythics so far. Yeah, she seems very good. Woohoo! Look at that! Look at that! We're running so good! We're running so good! That was like an incredibly good. That's like an incredibly good run, huh? Pretty good. Pretty good. Is she good because her ult is amazing? So, and I know this is gonna come as a shock to everybody out there who's played Standard, but if there's anything that keeps that sweet 3-mana blue Planeswalker from being playable, it's Teferi Time Raveler. Because there's a good chance that her 4/4 is not good enough in the face of the Planeswalker that bounces it and draws a card. With the orange orbs, you can buy card styles in the Mastery Tree. Alright. I have to spend my orbs. This is way too much work. I have to go spend. I just thought I was gonna click it and get. Oh, look at the kitty. Oh, it changed colors. There we go. There's a blue cat. MTG is Fortnite. Let's riot till we see the cat. Oh, where is it? You can make it change colors? They just Othakaya my Arboreal Grazer? Deal. I'll leave the trophy there, I think. I guess this means I don't hit my land drop guaranteed next turn. Maybe I'm supposed to bin that since I've got 2 Contempts. Gosh, I am super happy these Contempts are not Plague Crafters right now. Drakios! Thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate the continued support. Thanks for keeping me around. I can't wait for our 4-mana creatures to get bounced by Teferi. You and me both. I mean, like, this at least has, like, a pseudo enter the battlefield effect, right? Like, this thing kind of has the enter place trigger if you get a swamp with it right away. So, like, that gets some value. I think I'm just drawing a card here. Hey, Socio Penguin, thanks for the tip. Yep. Hello, this is Cat Super Pack. We would like to lobby to see your cat. You can totally see the cat, right? I moved it. I moved the thing. Alright, let's trophy this.
Needs a rest.
So they don't get to impulse again.
If you show remorse, I'll show you. You need to take a time
Read. I think I just do this.
We will meet again.
I mean, we're in an okay spot. If I can, like, find, if we find, like, a Wildgrowth Walker, we, like, get to get Command the Dreadhorde going. If I hit a swamp here, we're in a pretty good spot, right? If I go Dread Presence, shoot your hero. So we got like a number of reasonable draws at the moment. I'm just doing this, right? The lifelink on this card's been really impressive. I was just about to say we're in an okay spot until they slam a Planeswalker. They just tuck this in and then we're pretty dead here. We're definitely boarding out Scapeshift here. They're just going to be able to kill our thing too often. Arboreal Grazer is pretty bad. Disfigure seems good. Veil of Summer seems good. Trophy seems great. Vraska Golgari Queen seems great. What seems less great? Is this card something I'm interested in? Maybe this is less good here. Need one more trim. I mean, they don't go wide that often. They go wide exactly when they have a hero unchecked. And I've got a number of pieces of removal to kill a hero. Might have too many cards for this matchup. I'm going to trim a Wildgrowth Walker. It's like good for enabling Command the Dreadhorde, but that's about it. Yeah, London Mulligan. It's just small, subtle consistency boost, which is all we've really wanted. Hopefully these Explore creatures will take us to some lands, so I don't brick off and die. Yikes. Yep. Okay, I think I just want a Jadelight here to try and hit my land so I can stick Vraska and kill the hero. Dread Presence doesn't do anything yet. Alright, don't veto me, bro. That bodes well for the home team.
Pity we couldn't have been allies.
an incredibly engaging game of Magic the Gathering. Hey, Butterfly! Thanks for the half-year support. Hope your Wednesday is finding you well. Welcome back. Streaming on the 4th? I am. We don't really have any big plans. Plan to do 8 to 6 tomorrow, I think. Jayati, thank you for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back, especially with the new set release. How late am I going to be streaming tonight? I plan to go till 5 or 6 o'clock, and if we have a good viewer count, I'll probably run longer than that. But gonna do at least 9 or 10 hours. That seems fine. Alright, the deck list for your queue on your site. Yep, you can click live stream deck queue, or you can go to bit.ly/deck queue for short. Underlords is taking a short hiatus here until probably the weekend. Gotta hammer through the magic queue while the iron is hot. See how we feel about things. Did you ever manage to get into Magic yesterday? Yeah, last night I was able to log in eventually. Able to get everything loaded up for today. It's like 8 o'clock, I think. Yeah, I think that's fine. Just want like as many threats as possible here, right? He's dead, Jim. You've killed him. I know everything in my hand except the swamp. Will I go to the ladder today? Well, we're currently playing on the ladder, and I was planning to play everything else we're going to play today on the ladder, if that's what you mean. I think with a bunch of Nissas in my hand, I just jam this. Just like, don't want to take this turn off. I assume we're going to lose Command the Dreadhorde, yep. You know, I'm actually going to go ahead and play this first, so I can guarantee draw a card now. I think as all sources of card advantage possible, I want to leverage here. And if I play the Swamp and play the Nissa, that Swamp's then not drawing a card. So it's a little bit less aggressive line, but my opponent likely has enough interaction that I'm not going to be able to run them down aggressively anyways. No, this season's still the same one that I'm already qualified for. So there's three seasons in a row that I'll qualify you for the same thing at the moment. Oh, you know what? I guess I technically could have tapped or activated Nissa differently to leave up trophy here. I could have played this forest beforehand. Pretty okay spot here. We have an answer here to my opponent's next big threat. We're pressuring their health total, so if they draw Command the Dreadhorde, it's less good for them. For 5 subs, can I name the cat? I'm gonna not agree to that one. That sounds like a loose idea for me. Do we not want that swamp? Nah, I think I think there's a chance they kill my thing anyways. XP! Ooh! Alright, mastery. Current level. Next level. Mastery tree. I need to unlock the mysteries of the mastery tree. Oh, there's so many cards in here I want foil. Why'd they lock so many good cards behind this thing? God, they put a bunch of good ones in here. It's not even about the money. It's that I have to spend time. I guess you could technically spend it. You could technically spend it, huh? You could spend extra money to get the levels. Look at that. We're level 13, chat. Look at how skilled we are at magic. It's a mastery tree and there's levels. So that means if we're a higher level, we're more skilled, right? Should I put my mastery tree level in my stream title? Do you think that'll help me get more viewers, chat, if I put my mastery level in my stream title? It does look miserable, Bob. I agree. Is the mastery thing still a terrible waste of money? All right. I got bad news for you here. All of the money you're putting into Magic Arena is for entries in someone's database and pixels on your screen. Depending on who you talk to, it's all a terrible waste of money. What is worth something is purely subjective in most instances. The Arboreal Grazer Cavalier of Night 1-2 punch here, looking like it's gonna be pretty good. Ooh, I wonder if our opponent's playing Citadel. That's why I only buy real estate and food. They did change the revealed cards so you don't have to click. I'd like to sacrifice that one. I would like to kill this one. He slaughtered the Grazer! He's a monster! Evil must not be tolerated. Do you think that's Karn giving political commentary? Evil must not be tolerated. Feels like political commentary. The Immortal Sun. Yep, checks out. Have some digital pixels. Thanks for the support, Incendium. Hope life's treating you well. Oh, these Command the Dreadhordes are so awkward. Like, do I trophy the Branchwalker and kill the Karn and then they get to play Immortal Sun? Is Command pulling the second? Yeah, it kind of feels like this deck has a lot going on is a good descriptor. Maybe I'm supposed to just play this other Cavalier of Night as a second 4/5. I guess I could have commanded back these two. That's fair. Maybe I should have done that. Remember that time they played Immortal Sun before activating their card for the turn? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I have let my friends down.
They are, in fact, a Bolas Citadel deck. Karn's kind of like extra copies of Citadel if you put one in your board, huh? Weird that they played a land before, Weird that they played a land before using this. No, there's nothing in my board to Karn for, so I just didn't take it. Oh, did they play the land off the top? I thought it came out of their hand, but yeah, maybe it came off the top. So I didn't know they were a Citadel deck. I suspected, but I didn't have confirmation.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Let's get that one out of here. Hitting them for 8 here is a pretty big win as well. Get their health total low in case they start cheating through things. We want to do that upkeep, right? Why? Oh, because they can activate their colorless land? Yeah, that makes sense. Look at how tall our deck is. What a weird visual bug. Oh, this is adorable. You think my opponent feels like they're in this game now? Do you think they feel it's close? That's not a bug. They double sleeve your deck now, so it's poofy. Lol. I don't think it's worth getting back their card when I'm going to 12 here. So I intentionally decline their card in there, even though they have Citadel in their deck.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Hey, Thread Menace, thanks for the 7 months support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, sacrificing a Cavalier doesn't do anything. Yeah, the Cavaliers are not legendary. These are the M20 cycle of Titans. They're real good. The final countdown. I feel about Big Chandra. I think she's incredibly sweet. It does establish dominance. You're not wrong. Let's field their blast zone here. They did improve the card revealed zone. It's sweet. Leaving the swamps in my deck since I have what's it called? The Dread Shade. You think we're gonna get tired of them? I don't know. Like, having a triple color cost means you can't just splash them into anything. I think they're probably fine. I'll sweet Grazer into a 2x. Loose. Loose. Brandy Savage checking in for 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Oh, are you annoyed that I'm not giving you attention? Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Alright, there you go. Blue cat. Blue cat. Air Spencer, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Went to watch Spider-Man last night, and I'm paying for it at work. I'm relying on you to keep me awake until I get my second win. Ice cold water, great for waking you up. It's my favorite of the Cavalier cycle. I think the white ones. The white or the black one seem like the in contention for the strongest of the two. The strongest of the 5. Oh, I had chat down because people wanted to see the cat. I had chat down because people wanted to see the cat. You put that back up. The cat is greater than chat. I'd be surprised if they were intentionally roping us. This is only game 1 of 3, so never, you know, sometimes your toddler needs something, sometimes your doorbell rings, sometimes your pizza's ready in the oven. Opponent likely just had a real life thing come up. That's how it goes sometimes. His name is Bojangles. Yeah, opponent must have had to walk away. Okay, let's play one more with this before we give some thoughts on it. Ooh, booster pack. Dopamine hit. Dopamine hit. Yeah. Ooh, buddy. Yay, mythics. Man, we've opened like 11 packs today and gotten like 6 mythics in 11 packs. It's kinda dope. It's kinda dope. No joke. I think part of the reason Underlords and Teamfight Tactics, the auto chess genre, is so successful is because in the late game, that reroll button is just like, one little dopamine hit, please. One little dopamine hit, please. Just spin the wheel one more time, please. I just need one more. Spin it. Spin it. And then I run out of gold and I'm sad. Interesting. Explore creatures in Grawl. Ooh, no removal for Wildgrowth Walker runs away with these games very quick. Especially with our Safari package in hand. That one can stay right there. Going on a safari. If they attack, I'm not blocking with this, so I'm gonna attack them. Oh, I should have traded there, huh? Maybe? Yeah, I should have traded. Phoenix is real annoying. Yeah, I think I should have traded there. That was a mistake. I was reading chat and clicking at the same time. I'm probably still fine I want that? I think I want that. It's a good insurance plan. Bronx B, thank you for the 11-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Dread Presence can eventually kill an egg. It's gonna take a little bit though.
My camera's on fire. No problem. Fire can't solve.
There's no problem. Fire can't solve. Blake, one of your finest lands, please. Yikes! I guess I'll just gain 12. I guess I'll just gain 12. Whoa! When you click their cat, it hisses at you. Wow! That's more cat-like. That's what I expect from a cat. Yeah, probably trophying Chandra next turn. I was hoping to hit a land to trophy Chandra this turn. Trophy their cat. That's the real suggestion right there. Trophy the cat.
Another I can create or destroy.
Or destroy. You're getting old. Thank you for the 19 months minus 3 Karn. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. All right. So how do we feel about sending the squad at Ugin? I think I like sending the squad at Ugin. And then I think if they trade off this Phoenix, will Dread Presence Swamp kill the egg? I think this is fine. Worth noting the fact that I didn't take a trade for one of their creatures earlier, biting me a little bit here. I think we're still in an okay spot overall. Because remember, I have a deal 2 in the bank here on this Field of Runes, so long as they don't kill my Dread Presence. And Chandra's going to 7, but I've got Trophy to cover that.
It's you burning.
Alright, so let's do this.
I am out of here.
And then I've got enough life, and I don't really think I care about the Merfolk Branchwalker, so I think I just draw a card here. I guess I could have gone after their bird. I guess I could have killed their bird and then attacked the Chandra. Maybe that's a little bit better. It goes sideways if they have a removal spell. But if they had a removal spell, they probably would have killed my Dread Presence proactively, right? It's a black source that doesn't trigger my Dread Presence. Sad. Feel bad that I binned that Dreadhorde earlier, but we were missing land, so it was the right decision at the time. Either of our 2 copies of Scapeshift would be wonderful here.
I know. Sit back and watch it burn.
Brutal. Oh no. Oh, chat. Oh, yikes. Yikes. Man, this Scapeshift card, huh? This Scapeshift card. You think I just do it to deck thin? Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to do it to deck thin, huh? I don't know. I could draw another Dread Presence and then do it both next turn. Alright, if I miss next turn, I'll do it next turn. There might not be a next turn.
Lies beyond vision.
Truth lies beyond vision. I guess I should technically hold the swamp. Look at that good clean value. Yeah, I don't know that we can really. I need like exactly my other Command the Dreadhorde, right?
Sit back and watch it burn.
So it's not just people that are talking about Field of Dead. I would encourage you to like think critically about the deck list and like what you're saying. So you're right, if we constructed the mana base in a way to enable Field of Dead there, Field of Dead would be good. But it's not just as simple as adding 2 copies of Field of Dead into our mana base. You also need to take the mana base and jack it up with a bunch of lands with different names. And sure, there's a bunch of shock lands in this format, but at the same time, you also aren't guaranteed to like not die to those lands. They're not, it's not a free roll. You don't just get to go, oh, add 2 Field of the Dead and then suddenly this thing happens, right? And I also agree with you that Scapeshift feels bad in this deck. Like, just Scapeshift with 4 copies of a card is the only payoff that die frequently is not good enough. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be done with this one. I feel like I've learned what I need to learn. This deck felt like it was just pulling in too many different directions, basically, between Command the Dreadhorde and like Nissa wanting forests and this card wanting swamps, and then like Scapeshift just being a brick almost every time we drew it. I feel like I would either want to lean into Scapeshift more by enabling Field of the Dead, or just be a Command the Dreadhorde deck with our Explore package. So rather than trying to do everything, like pick a lane and try and do that lane well, if that makes sense. Would be my conclusion after playing this one.